So, like I said, today I want to talk about loss. And when I say lost, I mean more so like in the form of losing a loved one. Myself personally, I've had some losses throughout my lifetime. However, January of this year, 2016, I lost a close friend. It was unexpected and took everyone by surprise, as you could imagine. And I just kind of want to talk about basically 3 ways that allow me to be able to kind of deal with the loss of my good friend. Because, losing a loved one isn't easy. So I just want to be transparent and just kind of share with you all, just in case you're going through it, know someone who is going through it. Basically to help someone. The number one thing that I find helpful for me, that could also be something that could be helpful to you out there, is talking about it. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, for me personally, being able to talk about my friend really helps me, because I'm able to think of like the memories that we've shared. It also lets me put things in perspective, just how things work and how things work, and how a higher power is in control, and just how things take place even though we don't understand it. It just helps me kind of process that life is not something that is promised day to day. It doesn't matter who you are. It's just life's not promised. So we got to be grateful and thankful for each and every day. So again, talking about it, and it could be something as simple as just, again, reminiscing of good memories. Sometimes I just think of our conversations, and although for some that could be hard as far as making you more emotional, but that leads me into number 2, just letting your emotions show. Like, if you feel like crying because you thought of that loved one for the day, cry. If you have to excuse yourself, if you have to, take time out to yourself to have that time, do it. I mean, to me, crying is one of the most helpful ways to release just tension and anxiety and hurt and pain. It helps you kind of, in my opinion, cleanse your soul in a sense. You got to get it out. It's not good to hold those kind of things in. So sometimes, even if I'm at church and I gotta, have some thoughts, prayers to myself as the service is going and everything is leading in and swaying the way it's swaying in the service, if I have to cry, I just let the tears fall. And it's therapeutic for me because it allows me to release, that hurt, that pain, that tension that I'm experiencing. So talking about it, crying. And third, just knowing that you're not alone. As I said before, you may know someone, or you may be that person that have experienced some type of loss. But know that it is something that happens, and I'm sure just as much as you're willing to talk to someone about it, that person can openly support you and let you know maybe of a loss that they've shared, or they can relate to, I should say, or they can share a loss that they've also experienced. But just know that you're not alone. Know that it's okay. Know that it hurts. And some days are going to be better than others. And that's just the way it is. And don't compare your process of grieving to someone else's. That's one of the things I have learned. Others may appear to be okay and move about their day as a normal daily routine, and others can possibly be depressed, You know, they might not want to talk or be bothered, and that's certainly perfectly normal. But I'm just thinking of healthy things that have helped me and is helping me currently. Just today, I was riding along to work and listening to a song that just spoke to me, and it just made me thankful and full of thoughts of that friendship that I had. And it just made me feel like, again, our higher power is in control, because how lucky and blessed was I to be able to experience that type of friendship. Being able to have someone to kind of grow up with to early adulthood, and, you know, be able to share in some of the important things that took place in her life, like births. She was there for me, you know, when I got married, and, you know, when I met my husband and we were dating, and it was her who said, he's the one. So I have all these great thoughts and memories, even back to when we were kids, that I can go back to. And that gives me comfort. You know, it gives me comfort in knowing that her spirit will always be there. Those memories will always be there. And it teaches you to cherish every life experience. Cherish all your loved ones. I still need to work on just being able to really think about that, like when you're in a petty argument with someone, or you have a minor disagreement, just kind of leave it alone, because really life is short. Before, that was just a phrase that I thought people just said, but honestly today I can say life is truly short. Enjoy every moment and love and treat people with kindness and be there for one another, you know, the best you know how. So I mean, I just want to share my experiences and kind of share my thoughts on this topic. The type of work I do, I often encounter others that have lost someone, or they're going through some kind of traumatic experience, and I have to be on the other side to guide them through. So how ironic is it that I'm on the other side, you know? And I found it to be very hard to tell myself some of the things that I tell the population that I work with, you know? But again, that has prepared me, I guess, now that I think about it. I mean, that has prepared me to get to this point, you know, because I, again, never in a million years, and I say that all the time, I would have imagined or guessed that I would have lost a longtime friend in such a unexpected, horrible way, you know. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. Feel free to, you know, take my suggestions in regards to talking to someone and just finding, you know, comfort in knowing that you're not alone. And also my number 2, which is crying, letting your emotions show, or having that time to yourself, because it can be therapeutic to the soul. So please, again, if you like this video and you want to hear more from me regarding, you know, day-to-day things, all that happens in life and everything else in between, feel free to like and subscribe, because I definitely want to upload other videos just to kind of encourage others not, you know, to give up and know that they're not alone, and that what they're feeling is not abnormal or weird, but, you know, others feel the same way. So thanks for checking out my video, and hope you come back.